Marriage, where two hearts unite in happiness, love, or maybe not. In this video, we've compiled the funniest quotes about married life, poking fun at the ups, downs, and downright absurdities of being hitched. Let's dive in and uncover the hilarious truth behind happily ever after. Marriage is an adventure like going to war. Marriage is give and take. You better give it to her, or she'll take it anyway. Men who have a pierced ear are better prepared for marriage. They've experienced pain and bought jewelry. Getting married is a lot like getting into a tub of hot water. After you get used to it, it ain't so hot. Marriage, a market which has nothing free but the entrance. Keep your eyes wide open before marriage, half shut afterwards. A man may be a fool and not know it, but not if he is married. Women marry men, hoping they will change. Men marry women, hoping they will not. My wife and I have been married for 47 years, and not once have we had an argument serious enough to consider divorce. Murder sometimes, but never divorce. We sleep in separate rooms, we have dinner apart, we take separate vacations. We're doing everything we can to keep our marriage together. I was married by a judge. I should have asked for a jury. We always hold hands. If I let go, she shops. I have learned that only two things are necessary to keep one's wife happy. First, let her think she's having her own way. And second, let her have it. I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. When a man opens a car door for his wife, it's either a new car or a new wife. Before marriage, a man will lie awake thinking about something you said. After marriage, he'll fall asleep before you finish saying it. Marriage is neither heaven nor hell. It is simply purgatory. Marriage is the triumph of imagination over intelligence. Second marriage is the triumph of hope over experience. The husband who wants a happy marriage should learn to keep his mouth shut and his checkbook open. Never go to bed mad. Stay up and fight. How can a woman be expected to be happy with a man who insists on treating her as if she were a perfectly normal human being? All young women begin by believing they can change and reform the men they marry. They can't. In my house, I'm the boss. My wife is just the decision maker. A man in love is incomplete until he has married. Then he's finished. Never get married in the morning because you never know who you'll meet that night. Marriage is a feast where the grace is sometimes better than the dinner. Don't marry a man to reform him. That's what reform schools are for. Basically, my wife was immature. I'd be at home in the bath and she'd come in and sink my boats. Husbands are like fires. They go out when unattended. Marriage is a wonderful invention. Then again, so is a bicycle repair kit. Before marriage, a girl has to make love to a man to hold him. After marriage, she has to hold him to make love to him. I'd marry again if I found a man who had $15 million, would sign over half to me, and guarantee that he'd be dead within a year. The man who says his wife can't take a joke forgets that she took him. How marriage ruins a man. It is as demoralizing as cigarettes and far more expensive. Marriage is an alliance entered into by a man who can't sleep with the window shut and a woman who can't sleep with the window open. A sweetheart is a bottle of wine, a wife is a wine bottle. The big difference between sex for money and sex for free is that sex for money usually costs a lot less. It's a funny thing that when a man hasn't anything on earth to worry about, he goes off and gets married. If you want to sacrifice the admiration of many men for the criticism of one, go ahead, get married. Love, a temporary insanity curable by marriage. Never feel remorse for what you have thought about your wife. She has thought much worse things about you. Marriage is a wonderful institution, but who wants to live in an institution? God help the man who won't marry until he finds a perfect woman, and God help him still more if he finds her. I am is reportedly the shortest sentence in the English language. Could be that I do is the longest sentence. A man marries to have a home, but also because he doesn't want to be bothered with sex and all that sort of thing. In the early years, you fight because you don't understand each other. In the later years, you fight because you do. I've sometimes thought of marrying, and then I've thought again. Men marry because they are tired. Women because they are curious. Both are disappointed. Men never know how tired they are till their wives sit them down for a nice long talk. Before marriage, a man declares that he would lay down his life to serve you. After marriage, he won't even lay down his newspaper to talk to you. Politics doesn't make strange bedfellows. Marriage does. Bigamy is having one wife too many. Monogamy is the same. A husband is what is left of a lover after the nerve has been extracted. Marriage is the only war in which you sleep with the enemy. That's all, folks. We hope you had as much fun watching as we did making it. If you enjoyed what you saw, give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to stay updated with our latest content and support our channel's growth. Stay curious, keep smiling, and enjoy life.